All right, what up, folks? We're back. Another episode.
On, everybody.
I think it's episode 6.
Yeah, episode 6.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Just me and Sean today, plus a special guest. You know what I'm saying? My brother,
the homie,
my best friend, Jordan. What's good with you?
What's good, audience? What it is?
We also got some other special guests in the building tonight. You know,
but they over there mopping it up at Call of Duty.
Jillian,
right, whole time
was hatting. But yeah, we're here. Sean, what's good with you, man? What's happening?
Nothing much. How was the Thanksgiving weekend?
It was pretty good, man. Went up, visited the fam up in Jersey. Went to 2 different Thanksgiving dinners on my dad's side.
That was good.
And of course, I chilled with some of my cousins on my saw my cousin Justin out there. And then something cool that we did, we went to my dad's alma mater, like his high school, Union High School.
Oh, that's cool.
Went to their state championship game.
Oh, that's cool.
At MetLife Stadium.
Probably live.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's where the Giants and Jets play. It was dope.
You
Unfortunately, they lost,
pictures?
but I might have had some pictures and video.
Man, you had to.
I have to show you.
Life,
yeah, it was cool. It was fun. It was a great game, you know.
That's dope.
But yeah, we had a great time out there in Jersey.
What about you, Jordan? You get in anything?
Oh man, Thanksgiving was good, man. Just spend time with the fam. You know what I'm saying? Nice to have a couple of days off. You feel me? I mean, clear my mind, rest. You feel me? So it was dope, man. Good food. Yeah, I mean, always looking forward to that. So can't complain, man. It was great.
Yes, sir.
Dope.
Yes, sir. Yeah, definitely. So this is what, like week 6, man. Like,
yeah, episode 6.
For sure, we definitely been kicking it off. Definitely big thanks to everybody that's been tuning in and watching so far, and all the support we've been getting. Hopefully, if you have been tuning in, you get a good understanding, a good idea, like kind of where we're trying to go with this podcast. Obviously, we've had a few great guests on, man. So definitely keep tuning in because, it's only going up from there. You feel me?
Definitely. Nigga, you ain't asked me about my Thanksgiving. Nigga, damn. Niggas is
right.
selfish
You're right.
in 2019, bro. Damn.
So yeah, what about you, Sean? Like, how was your Thanksgiving?
I mean, for real, I don't actually. I stopped celebrating Thanksgiving and Christmas and all that stuff like a few years ago, for real. I just feel like, it's like one of those things, like I'm always that guy, I guess. So like, oh, you're that guy that doesn't, I don't really care for the holidays. Like half the holidays, like Christmas is a pagan holiday. Fucking Thanksgiving is basically a celebration of slaughter. Like, to me, you feel what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like shit like that. And honestly, I just, like when it comes to Christmas, Valentine's Day and all that type of stuff, I just feel like I got more important things to spend my money on, yo. You know what I mean? Like, because honestly, I feel like as a society, you know what I mean? We're grown up and we're like raised in this society where like all these holidays are the norm. So it's like I watch people every year around certain holidays stress themselves the fuck out because like they're pressured by society to go buy shit. Like it's like you have to go spend your money or like you feel like you're being a bad parent or something. Like, and I just always feel like that's like a terrible way of thinking, yo.
I see what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, maybe I kind of agree. Like, it's definitely a terrible way of thinking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but about what it actually
it's all
means.
about, you're thinking of it. Of course, yeah, we're aware
Well, I
that
feel like
Thanksgiving,
all of the meanings of the holidays, they've all been kind of whitewashed down into something that they're not, and they're teaching wrong meanings about them. Like, you know what I'm saying? They're ignoring the fact of what really happened on Thanksgiving, and like, it's literally I've seen it in like, it was like a viral post a while back. It was like literally in text now. It was like in a kid's book, and they were basically saying, like, the Europeans came over and politely asked the Indians to leave. Like, that's how they're painting that shit to kids. Yeah. So it's like, come on, yo. So that's just me.
Yeah,
to each their own. I get it, because really,
I totally respect where you're coming from with it. You know what I'm saying? And looking at it from the history. It's a dark history. It comes from a dark history. Yeah. But we got our family. You got your family and
that's
shit.
the dope part.
You can have a Thanksgiving with you and your girl. You know what I'm saying? Cook some food.
I cooked on Friday. We did like a Friendsgiving.
You know what I'm saying? But definitely, a lot of the holidays that people celebrate these days have a dark history.
Let me ask you something. So like, all right, to just put it in like a darker aspect though, if there's a holiday in Germany where they celebrate the slaughter of all the Jews, you know what I'm saying?
You said like, a holiday where they celebrate that?
If there was a holiday where they celebrate the slaughter of all the Jews.
Unless you a Nazi, yeah.
And Germany, you know what I'm saying? So if they did that.
Could I get a piece of gum, Jordan?
Yeah, sure.
How are they supposed to feel? You feel what I mean? Like, like, because I bet you if that was a holiday, the world would be outraged. Oh my God, how dare you? That was genocide, da-da-da. But like, so the fuck was Thanksgiving? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what's the difference? If you could say no, you wouldn't celebrate that holiday, all right, then that's basically me saying, well, I also wouldn't celebrate Thanksgiving. That's a, I mean,
I was gonna say, I feel like that we, you know what I'm saying, we take a whole different meaning of what Thanksgiving is.
Absolutely.
You know
we make it like more family and shit.
When we talk about what it really means, you know what I'm saying, obviously it was the slaughter of the people that are the original people of this land that we live on right now. You know what I'm saying? But we take on a different meaning of Thanksgiving, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
we think about it as like we with our family, we, you know what I'm saying, we spending time with, you know, cousins or aunts or whoever that you haven't seen in years.
Exactly.
It's
really from a surface.
I get that, and I do get
what's
that.
going on in your circle. You feel me?
But you're right though. Everybody should know what the real
meaning
of
is,
Thanksgiving
and understand that.
And it's not a positive thing. You know what I'm
saying?
Now,
if you feel like if you feel the need to have to boycott the holiday, then that's on you.
Yeah.
But I mean, we gonna be off regardless,
right.
So you might as well make some of it with your family. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's what it's about.
Yeah,
but I don't celebrate it because of what the real meaning is. I celebrate it because of what
giving
it means
thanks
to me and my family. And,
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's.
I'm not saying give thanks to the motherfuckers who conquered. You know what I'm saying? Like the Christopher Columbus of the world.
But if it weren't for that, if it weren't for what happened that day,
we wouldn't celebrate it.
What would you be doing on this day?
Nothing.
But it would be another holiday. There will be another holiday, you know what I'm saying?
Wouldn't even exist.
Even Canada has a Thanksgiving that they celebrate
different,
weeks or months prior to our Thanksgiving.
Their shit might have went down in a different way.
You know what I mean?
I'm sure it did.
Yeah,
have you seen that? I saw something that went viral, a prominent celebrity, but practicing a crazy ritual or not ritual, but like traditional parade where in like Norway, like in Norway or some shit. Correct me, I don't know where it is, but it's one of those countries, and where they dress themselves in blackface. Let me see if I can look it up. Hold on 1 second.
Yeah, I never heard of that.
But I did cook Friday though. I did cook. I invited like, you feel me, like basically like my brother over, my homeboy, his girl, and we just kicked it. It was like small audience. We played Cards Against Humanity. You ever played that? That shit's fun. If you never played that,
I play Cards Against Humanity. Yeah, that shit is fun.
That shit's fun as hell, yo.
How does that work?
It's like you basically everybody draw. You all have like a certain amount of cards in your hand, and then like a person goes, they draw a card, and it's like a statement, and they'll read it out loud, and there's like a blank in there somewhere, so it'll be like whatever, and the cards you have will all just have like random things on it. Some like. They have different versions of it, but some are like sexual, adult, crazy, this like outrageous shit. Right. And like basically the person reads that out loud. Everybody puts what they think would make that the best statement. Okay. They put that down. The person that draws that card doesn't know which card is whose. Right. And so they read that statement out loud with everybody's answer in the blank. And the one that they like the best, they pick it. And if they pick that card, like the person who picked used it keeps the card they pulled, and like whoever has the most cards at the end wins. It's fun as shit, especially like you add liquor and shit like that to it. It's wild.
Yeah, you can get turned up about that shit. I like that shit. I have to keep that in mind. I never
like if y'all not doing shit like on New Year's or something, like if you have a gathering or go to a gathering, pop that shit out. Y'all gonna be just in there wilding, and the more people there is, the more fun it is.
You just play with like regular cards, like Ace of Spades.
No, there's like an actual deck for it. Like it's a big ass deck because it's all these random. Like I said, these random sayings, and it's fun as shit, yo. Word. You can pick it right up.
There's a meme one too. Have you played that one?
Nah, I only played it one time.
Yeah,
just last week.
That should be fun too.
Yeah, like it's cards that have different, viral memes.
That's hilarious.
And you gotta. I think
I played that before.
Yeah, but it's the same people who made the Cards Against Humanity, but
yeah. So we played that. I cooked everything. My girl cooked a couple sides, but we basically hosted the whole thing.
Nice.
And all the food turned out good, yo. That's first time I ever cooked the turkey. Cooked like a cinnamon glazed ham, yo. That shit was bomb as fuck.
So yeah, you celebrated, man.
No,
I
just cooked for the aspect of like I said, my girl don't care, and like she know I don't celebrate it, but like she's kind of into it. So I was like, all right, well, I'm not gonna celebrate it, but I will cook.
Did she go to her people's house?
We did.
You went over there?
Yeah. But
Who made the mac and cheese?
She made she made the mac and
That's my
cheese
favorite
and the
dish.
greens, and she killed that shit.
Word,
That shit
word,
was
word.
so good, yo. I'm not gonna lie, like,
That's what's up.
and I'm like picky with them two sides, so yeah, she
Yeah.
did the thing on them.
Yeah, that mac and cheese got to be
Mac
right.
and cheese,
yo,
my
'cause I-
favorite part. Mac and
I
cheese in
tell
the
you.
hand. I fucks with the collard greens too, yo.
Yeah.
And I made like the best cheesecake in the world, yo. I'm not gonna lie,
Nice.
from scratch,
That's
and
what's
I'm
up.
I'm so prideful about that cheesecake. I'm gonna make more, and y'all gonna have to try it though.
Definitely.
That's how good it
Yeah,
was.
shit.
I made everything
Yes,
from
sir.
scratch. The crust, the
Sean be-
filling,
yeah,
the sauce, everything.
Oh,
Shit.
He's the
Alright.
perfect
Smack.
host, man.
Smack,
for
yo.
real.
Hey,
I'm
my
not
man-
gonna
my man
front.
Sean can cook. You
Right.
did. I fuck with
Yeah,
that.
throws
Yes,
down,
sir.
yo.
I had to get some
So
pointers.
it's an
from you.
art, yo. I'm an artist, yo. Culinary is an art, bro.
Word.
Yeah, the whole time. Shit, you right about that, bro.
But no, I did want to take the time to definitely, know that this is like week 6 of us doing this.
Yeah, week 6.
So definitely a big shout out to everybody who's been supporting and tuning in so far. Obviously, hopefully, people that have been tuning in can get a better understanding of like what direction we're trying to go with the podcast. Definitely having guests on, highlighting the local talent out here, whether it be any type of entrepreneurial thing. If you got something going on that you're really working hard on,
Right.
you want to chop it up and let people know what you got going on. This is the place to come do it. So definitely big shouts out to everybody who tuned in.
Definitely.
We definitely gonna keep coming in with the guests. You
Yeah,
feel
like I
me?
said, we've gotten some love. I appreciate the feedback we have gotten. Like I've asked people that I know that have watched it, their feedback on it. Pretty much mostly good stuff. One of my friends told me, I guess like that first episode or two when I was smoking, they said I was talking the shit out the joint the one time, but I was back.
you were achieving it.
I was just back.
They saw you achieve
Nah,
it.
like I was just holding it instead of
Oh,
passing it.
alright,
'Cause, like,
alright.
but like on that sense too, like I know kind of how much like you will smoke and not. So like I don't, I know it's like I don't know, like I was just passing time. I was hurt, yo. That's all. It wasn't like intentional.
I know.
That's funny, motherfuckers noticed that.
Yeah, like yo, pass the blunt, nigga. I'm like, yo, my man, yo, like shit. I'm sitting here talking, it's burning out and shit. Like, yo, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely. Shouts out to people who've definitely given us feedback and
Yeah, appreciate
keep
the
coming with the
feedback.
feedback. But obviously, you'll see the progression, and just as long as people understand like kind of what we're trying to do, is definitely for the people. You know what I mean? It's for the community.
Yeah, so to all my
No,
producers,
so-
yo, holla at me, yo. Like I have a few producers that send me free beats. If y'all want to send us beats to post in our bios when we post the episodes, we trying to get like local artists to download them for free and write freestyles to them and send them in, or do freestyles to them and send them in, and so we can post the best ones on our page. We trying to share love, so we need y'all to, give us some stuff so we can share it with people. So holla at us,
Yes,
send
sir.
us your music, send us your everything, your music pages, whatever. And just definitely reach out for real.
Yeah, I just want to say, man, I think that what you guys are doing is awesome, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, just from an entrepreneurial perspective, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all, something that y'all thought of or your own together and y'all created, you know what I'm saying? You're trying to make it into something, you know what I mean? I think that's important for especially young brothers like us, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Definitely
we got to
appreciate it,
have more shit that's ours, you know what I'm saying? That's our
Right.
business, you know what I'm saying? It ain't backed by nobody. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody give you no money or
All
whatever. to do
self-funded,
this.
self-produced.
Right,
Self-made.
it's all y'all.
Got
you
it
know
out
what
the
I'm
mud.
saying? I think that for brothers like us, you know what I'm saying, young African Americans, that shit is very important. You know what I'm saying? Like, fucking 9 to 5, like, yo. I'm not saying that fuck it totally, but if you work 9 to 5. do what
Funding
you-
this for now.
Right, do what you gotta do, but yo,
Have a passion, yo. Have something
Right.
that you want to do.
Exactly.
And chase
Work
that
on
shit,
it,
yo.
man. Chase
Exactly.
it.
Yo,
Chase
nah,
it.
I will say this is dope, yo. I'm not gonna lie, my man's for real. My man's hit me up out the blue the other day. I kind of look at him as like one of my OGs. He's older than me. He's in his like 30s, but later 30s. But he that's my man's for real, and he lived back in Detroit and shit. He lived out here for some years. We got mad cool. We used to blow together and shit. But he hit me was like, yo, I mean, I see you doing your thing, yo. You little bro, so I'm always gonna share your shit. He be sharing the posts and shit, but he an old nigga, so niggas don't be sharing shit right, tag and stuff. But yo, shout out to you, bro. But nah, but he said we inspired it because he had talked to me a while back about starting one. He said we inspired him to start his own finally push to start his podcast.
That's
So I
cool,
was
yeah.
like, well, that's definitely dope.
That's
So
dope.
like, for sure, I already know I at least inspired one person. So that's
Yeah.
like literally what this shit's about. So
That's
it's
really
like,
cool,
even
man.
if it's somebody was inspired, there might be a few other people that is and ain't say nothing, but that just means
That's
you
what
feel
it's
me.
about.
The potential for it's there because I already had somebody reach out. So that's definitely a good feeling for real.
Yeah,
Definitely.
and
Shouts out to the
people,
homie Tone.
Let us know what you think about the people that we have on. They're all, people that are, really that got a goal, really working on something, and that's who we are. So, and there's so many out there, you know, and like we just want to chop it up, kind of, you know, really discuss it, discuss the culture. You feel me? So
Definitely, no
You gonna have
question.
to spark that.
No question.
Y'all listen to any new music lately? What y'all listen
oh
to?
yeah,
What you got?
definitely. Today was a
You
great
hit,
day for a lot of music dropping.
You hear the YNW, Melly? YNW.
Yeah, I listened to that.
I fuck with that album. I'm a.
I fuck with it too.
I need to hear it, dude.
I like it.
What do you think of?
I like him as an artist.
You know what the whole consensus about that was? He if you listen to it, he for what situation he's in, he says some pretty suggestive things. Yeah.
I mean, he did, but like. I mean, he definitely said some shit he shouldn't say fighting the case that he's fighting.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's a dope project. I fuck
It
with all
is.
his music. He's a dope artist.
Yeah, and I mean it's unfortunate because
Spotify recap
it's
shit
unfortunate
was
because
like
he was
my
about
top
to
five.
blow, man. Like he's about
He is blowing, but
he blew.
That's the
for real.
fucked up part.
But he's in some.
Cause yeah, he had a good. I feel like he had a really good year last year, yo.
Yeah,
He was
and,
definitely about to be next up.
And
in
his
Florida.
sound, he definitely
Yeah.
he's just different. You know what I mean? He be doing that high pitched singing shit, doing all that.
Yeah.
He definitely a dope
Definitely,
artist.
I would say like a lot of people were saying he's like Young Thug or whatever, but I feel like there's some things that resemble Young Thug, but he has his
Yeah,
own
definitely.
flavor.
I mean, Young Thug got a lot of grandchildren out here, yo.
Right, I
to be
mean-
honest.
I thought he deferred
But-
a little bit, but
Who?
I mean, I feel like YNW Melly was a little bit different than Young Thug. Maybe
Yeah,
some
it's,
way.
I feel like
he
he
had
was
his own
flow
flow.
and the
I
way
feel like
he
he
The
got
same
his own
cadence, you know what I mean?
thing.
As far as the
Right.
same, but like it was like
The way he
it was
goes
like
from
another,
melody
you know what I'm
to
saying?
rap.
You got like Dragon Ball Z, like it was just another saying. You feel me? Like
Yeah.
I get it.
from the same planet.
That's a good way to look at it. It was
Yeah,
different.
he's like I said, I can see influence there, but I do look at him as his own, like his own.
Yeah,
He's got his own
own
style.
flow
He's like
and
unique as
artist,
fuck.
yeah.
I
Right.
think he's a good artist. Though.
But as
Exactly.
far as today, a lot of music dropped. Shouts out to Max B, Boss Don.
He dropped?
He dropped his.
You check it
it's
out
called
yet?
House Money. Yeah, it's dope.
that shit bumping.
Yeah,
I might have to check that
it's
one out.
dope. He got Wiz on there, Ferg on there, A Boogie, Dave East, Cam,
Damn.
and then Roddy Ricch dropped the tape.
Okay.
That's
Did he
just
drop
fire.
his tape? Oh
yeah.
shit, I fuck with Roddy
Yeah,
Ricch.
that's
Yo. That's
fire.
one of my favorite artists too.
That nigga Max B, man, to touch on that, like I ain't gonna speak for everybody, but that was some of the like beginning rap that I was listening to
Yeah.
that influenced me at a very young
Me
age.
too, man.
Word.
Me too.
Not just Max B, but like Cam, Jewels, J.R. Ryder, like all them niggas, like that was
Yeah.
shit that, you know what I mean, that kind of got me into the rap shit that, you know what I mean, where I was really aware and I was like, you know, I fuck with this
That's
shit.
dope.
Like, that's what I'm rocking with.
Definitely,
you know what I
that's a
mean?
good place to start.
For
That's a
sure.
good place to start.
That is, man. And shouts out to Max B, man, because he's making a comeback.
Yeah,
You know what
I think
I mean?
I think he gonna shake shit up. He gonna when he
Yeah,
get out. 'Cause
yeah.
He's supposed to drop. He's supposed to get out early next year.
That's what he's saying.
He said next summer, man, or
Yeah.
maybe a little bit before
That's what
that.
we
When he go
Trying to
out, when he come out, and shit.
He
And
got his
when do
sentence. He got his sentence exponentially
what's
decreased.
Bobby Shmurda come out next year?
He's supposed to be coming out like in a couple
Damn, that's
weeks.
a good note. I didn't,
Nah,
I didn't
yo,
even
like,
think about
listen.
that.
Bobby Shmurda about
I
to
I
come
just
out
read
too.
something. Like, I heard he's
New
about
York,
to come out.
New York about to shake shit up, boy. About to
Nah,
shake.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Atlanta been running shit. They about to shake shit up.
All the time.
Hold
man.
up, hold up. I just
I
read
know
something. I
them
thought he's
niggas
about to
gonna.
come out.
I know
in
they
a
gonna
few days or
collab,
some
yo.
shit.
Oh yeah,
I know
definitely. They got
Shmurda
to.
and Max B.
They got to.
Going.
Yeah, I fuck with Bobby Shmurda too.
I seen an article yesterday. I didn't get too much into it, but seeing you go through these news. Remember we talked
Yeah.
about Tekashi like the first episode or two. I think the first episode. He's
about to get sentenced in a few weeks.
No, it was a thing. He's getting like the federal prosecutor. No, listen, this is like DJ Academic certified. You know,
Okay.
that nigga be knowing everything. So pull it up. Fucking
I will.
That's
Let me,
his
I just want to
homeboy,
see when
the
Shmurda's about to be
federal
released.
the federal prosecutors are like they like wrote a letter in his favor to give him minimal to no jail time because he was responsible for locking 4 people up, Kuda B and 3 other people, and he was instrumental in putting some of the evidence against the other niggas they got, but they basically saying like as far as like the other people, Shotty and all them, they kind of had shit to get him, but like he was instrumental in locking up those
Look.
4 specific people.
I just see it.
See, he's praised. He basically the prosecutors is licking his balls right now, yo.
Tekashi 6ix9ine is praised by prosecutors who urge a lenient
I
sentence.
told you that shit was gonna happen. That's what happens when you flip with the feds, nigga. You
you was right,
I
yeah.
told you. What you
So
mean?
what? A year? He's gonna do another
He's
year?
not gonna do it yet. I don't think he's gonna do another year. They
think he's gonna be released before 2020?
He been in about a year. This is gonna. They gonna give him.
Because December
they
18th.
gonna give him like
December 18th is when they're gonna officially say it.
They're gonna like give him a year, but his time. They gonna give him time served, which has been all year.
He been in jail.
He gonna be out early next year. He gonna
They
be
gonna
Max.
do like
He
6
gonna be
months.
Max B out.
6 more months.
He gonna be Max B out.
Let me ask y'all this though.
He gonna beat Max B out, yo.
I'm gonna be real with you. You know what I'm saying?
I was trying to tell this nigga, yo.
I'm gonna keep this shit 1,000, yo. Like I don't give a fuck who you are. If you a nigga who you gonna rat on your family, your niggas, you know what I mean, people that you fuck with, I can't fuck with you no more, yo. Like
yeah, I can't.
I don't give a fuck whether if you the biggest artist, nigga, you could be Jay-Z, whatever.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? You making music, I'm not fucking with you.
I can't believe this.
So
like, look at this article in
I
the
don't
New
know.
York Times. Tekashi 6ix9ine being praised by prosecutors, and he's being.
That's what happens when you cooperate with the feds. They said he met with the feds on 21 different
everybody
occasions.
in the community, in the, you know what
that
I'm
nigga
saying?
was meeting with them twice a month, yo.
That's crazy.
He's being labeled as
Let
a
me ask y'all
snitch.
this: are y'all gonna listen? All right, let's say
No,
he
me,
dropped
no.
music. Are you gonna listen
Me,
to
no.
his music?
How is he gonna
now
be?
that he's out? Like,
I don't
like
even
when he
support
gets out.
Kanye for his coonery.
He's gonna have a big ass target on
I'm
his
not.
back.
He definitely ain't fucking with
Hell
Tekashi.
no, I don't even
Because
bump
Kanye
Kanye
ain't do
shit
nothing
because
like
his
that.
coonery.
Even but Kanye,
I mean, I'm not gonna front. I bumped Tekashi.
I'm
You know
sure
what I mean?
But I'm saying,
some fire-ass music.
but I'm saying, like
Yeah.
after all this shit, when he's done, he gets out and he drops an album or whatever. Are you gonna like bump his shit? Are you gonna support his shit?
You gonna
play
get
it?
you gonna
I'm
get
definitely
you
gonna
gonna
listen
get
to
beat
it.
up. You gonna listen to that. in
I'm gonna
private.
listen to it and hear what that shit
You
sound like.
you better listen to it in this
I'm
apartment.
interested to even know how he's even gonna move out on the outdoors. Because look, he's
He-
on the article. Listen, he's on the article on the New York Times, right? He's saying
I disagree, but go ahead.
He
rappers,
listen,
other
I
rap.
told
He's
him
like
this the first
his
episode,
cooperation with the government led hip hop fans and other rappers to call him a snitch and fraud. And he's about to get let out, and he's just gonna do music. Nah,
Back to you, Jordan. As far as like
he's gonna be on another island doing that.
snitch on
shit.
your niggas on that shit. Yeah, that shit's corny. Like I mean,
Man,
he
that's
he
the
was
worst-
up and
that's
down
the worst thing
socials
you could
all
do.
day, threatening gang. But I gotta, in a sense, like this is just me as a like my personality is more of a leadership personality. Like
Right.
I tend to be that like naturally. It's not my fault,
Right.
right? So if I was in a situation where me and my organization we got shit going on, you got two ways to play this mod. If you know what this nigga is about. If he's basically paying y'all to be his protection and let him claim y'all so he can go around and fucking play Grand Theft Auto. Okay, so you feel me? So if you know that this nigga is literally just he's like, oh yo, this nigga's funding us. We making like millions off this nigga or whatever. Like, all right, he funding the organization. Cool. You can fuck with us. Look, I'm gonna get this group of niggas right here. I'm gonna send these like 4 or 5 niggas right here. Look, that's your responsibility. Y'all go play with him. You know what I mean? Y'all go off.
Right.
That shit, look, he's your responsibility. Y'all assign to him. All right, cool. He don't get in none of our inner circle conversations. He don't get in none of the inner. No, you was on the outside of the wall. You with us, but it's only because you paying us.
Right.
Like you're not a blood, but if you want to play that shit, whatever. If you're gonna go that lane, like all right, but you're not getting into none of my business. These niggas have recordings and all that shit. Like y'all are talking crime with this nigga.
Yeah, definitely.
But you know that he's not built like that because
Right.
you know that he was just like a busboy at a restaurant before
Right.
that. He wasn't in the streets.
Right.
So you took on a nigga that you knew wasn't in the streets.
Right.
Y'all did streets like shit.
Right.
So when streets like shit gets exposed, then street like consequences come.
Yeah.
And then the niggas that are bred like that, they hold, and the niggas that aren't, they fold.
Right.
So y'all knew that nigga was gonna fold. You can't tell me you thought that nigga was gonna.
Nah,
come on, yo.
not at all.
That nigga said the first day he flipped.
Right.
He wasn't even in that day and flipped. So it's like, all right. So you knew that was gonna happen. So why would you bring him to the inner heart of your operation? And now he exposed everything. Took your organization down from the fucking inside, blew it up basically, and all y'all niggas is going away. You're getting 15 years. You're getting
Right.
this. You're getting that. Your families is now hurting and shit. Now you're not feeding them. Ruined a bunch of lives because I mean y'all got too close to this
Yeah,
nigga.
right.
If you gonna use the nigga like you say you using the nigga, then use the nigga like I mean. Come on, yo. Like you don't treat your side bitch better than your girl, yo. Like,
Right,
you know what I'm saying? Like, if it's just your side bitch. So, like, why are you doing that? It doesn't make sense. So, why would you feel me? Like, I mean, me personally, I would not. Like, if I know, like, yo, that's a fraudulent nigga, like, cool, he got money, but, like, if you smart, like, you can probably see ahead. Like, yo, this nigga gonna get us in some trouble. You could have seen that shit in the first month he was fucking with y'all niggas.
Right.
Like, yo, this shit's gonna end bad, yo.
Yeah, I mean, I think they definitely, I'm sure them niggas, you know what I mean, that was probably in their head, you feel me? Like, I don't think that they thought he was going to flip like that. But, you know what I mean, that's a different scenario, like, from what I'm thinking. Now, I get that. Like, them niggas was at fault for bringing him on.
Because they was really street niggas.
Yeah, they was definitely at fault. Because if I'm a street nigga, if I'm fucking with drugs, you know what I'm saying, I'm involved with some shit.
That's your realm.
I'm not bringing niggas on that.
You looking at it like, yo,
I'm looking like, yo, he ain't built for this life.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to bring a nigga on. You feel me? And have him doing shit that he don't really do.
Because if I'm an OG,
they used him to fund.
I get,
the
and that's what I
organization.
said. But that's what I said. If that's what our purpose
But
is
you
for
taking
him,
that risk though.
if that's what our
Yeah.
purpose is for him to fund us, okay.
Yeah.
You get this group of niggas to go play Grand Theft Auto with. You're not getting the whole organization. You're not. Yeah, I mean that whole organization rose for him. Them niggas was going like 50 deep, state to state and shit. Like, come on, yo. These niggas, and they was talking business. They was talking crimes with him.
Right.
Why are y'all talking illegal? Y'all talking murders, hits, drugs.
He's even in the area,
Yes.
like when they're doing this
with
shit.
the
You're
with the
around them.
main
He ordered a
niggas
hit
though,
on Chief
like
Keef, though.
the top headed niggas.
Yes.
Like they was heavily
That shit-
involved.
You are,
Society, like,
yeah.
all
You
them
at
niggas
the
like
you
that.
at the round table with the big dogs.
That's
Why are
crazy.
you there? You're here to fund us. You're not here to fucking be my friend. I don't. You know what I mean? You're funded. You're my. This is business. This is business. You gonna fund us? We gonna play. We're gonna fucking whatever. Blanket your facade. We're gonna fucking give you your facade that you wanna show people that you're hood and it's pushing your music. Cool. We're gonna give you the facade because it's gonna fund the organization. That's all it is. We're not talking drugs with you. We're not talking crimes with you. Like, nah. Why am I talking? Why are we talking?
Right.
Like, this is a money. This is a mutual situation. Like, we
Right.
are not married. We're not together.
Right.
Like, you're just look. From time to time, we gonna see each other. Like, nah, none of that. That's crazy.
Man,
yo.
if I'm the top boss nigga, I'm not even talking to that nigga, man. I'm gonna have my little
Exactly.
niggas
That's what I said.
interact
This
with
group
him.
of
Like,
niggas,
me,
y'all get go play with
right,
him.
I'm not even fucking with that. You know, I know what's at stake. You dig? Like, I'm
Right.
not about to be the top nigga, and I know what he about, nigga, and he gonna bring my whole operation down. My little niggas can talk to him. You feel me? And you taking a risk there because you don't know if them niggas is gonna snitch. You feel
That's
me?
what I'm saying. Like, I get like, look, here's like, you get like 2 new recruits and like two of my trusted guys. Y'all go play. Look, you my trusted guy. You and these niggas, you make sure these niggas don't do no fuck shit for our organization. Like, you gotta play your role, nigga. Be a leader. Like, you out here just they frauding.
I want to say one thing before we get on that.
Cool.
So, my thing is with that whole Tekashi shit, you know, I'm just gonna leave it at this.
Got
You know
you.
what I'm saying? I'm not, you know what I mean? I'm just being straight up with it. I'm not supporting any nigga who rat on anybody. You know what I'm saying? I think that's some bitch ass shit, and I have no respect for you, yo, at all. Zero. You feel me? So that nigga gets no play in my car, none of that shit. You feel me? Like, I'm not even
No love
worried
for the
about.
snitches?
I'm not even worried
No.
about. Nah.
You
zero.
can't promote that in
Zero.
hip hop
Zero.
culture,
You
bro.
can't, dude.
Like,
Nah, let me tell
imagine
you,
that
zero
shit
love
making
for
its
that.
way in hip hop culture. Like,
Zero love.
imagine that shit being okay. Like, you being a rapper in a gang, getting locked up, getting
I don't see-
snitching, and then coming back out and being a respected
I think
rapper
we,
again.
yeah, I think we discussed this too. Like, if 6ix9ine does come back and do music, I would think it's probably gonna be like reggaeton.
I don't know. He's gonna definitely
Oh
do
shit, that nigga
Spanish
can go to Mexico.
He might
That's
do.
what he gotta do.
He might be doing some other type of like genre. Yeah.
But over
I don't
here,
know, man.
if you a nigga, if you say you don't fuck with snitches and you stand by that, that's your code. I don't see how you could even listen to that nigga. And I'm not trying to, down nobody, whatever. I'm just talking me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I keep shit 1,000.
I just have principle.
I don't fuck with that. You know what I'm saying? If you a rat, you done with me, yo. Like, I'm not even gonna play your shit, nigga. 'Cause that means I'm giving you some type of support. Like, I don't fuck with that. I think that's some bitch ass shit. That's the lowest of the low to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, for
Yep.
real. So, good luck to that nigga.
But yeah.
All right, so random. We just do random shit. So random topic. Well, no, actually, I'll get a little more serious. Did y'all see this shit with the fake university that ICE came up with?
I didn't.
Yo, did you?
Say what?
ICE, the niggas that be deporting the motherfuckers and
Yeah.
shit?
ISIS?
I know
No.
ICE, like ICE.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I know about
Did
that.
you see the fake university that they made?
Duh.
So
hear
it was
about that
basically they made up like a fake university and like they sent out letters to like people and they were basically like immigrants and invited them to the university they came to the university like with intentions of like
Learning.
touring to school or going to school there.
Yeah.
Like they got accepted and they locked them the fuck up and deported them and shit. And like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, and it was like a handful that they got like, I think like 50 or 60 something of them in like the first round or something. I don't know the exact numbers. It might have been more. You can Google it, but what the fuck?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that shit's crazy.
read
That's
that.
fucked
You
up,
see?
man. That's some snake.
Yeah, pull that shit up, yo. Like they made a fake university, sent out invites, invited the motherfuckers, locked them up. Like basically, I guess the point.
That's some sick shit.
What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? And I just seen some shit earlier. It wasn't. I guess the situation happened around May, but the article was from like this week.
Yo, it comes right up.
And
right
it was
there.
like a teen died like laying on his face basically with the flu sick. It was a 16-year-old. Yeah, 16-year-old. Yeah, like all that type of shitey shit, and it's like, and like motherfuckers be trying to like bet like. They like back that shit like it's okay, like my Trump supporters and shit. Like I get like what is good about that? Like what good comes from that type of shit, yo? I don't get it, yo.
250 students
250, that's crazy.
deported
And purged them out,
University
basically.
of Farmington.
Look, that's nasty, yo.
Farmington.
Come on, son.
Yeah, that shit is foul, dog.
Like, whoa, what the fuck?
I think, yo, if
all the shit that motherfucking the president need to be fucking worried about and focused on, yo, it's not this.
he focused on shit that I don't even think is really
Wow.
like relevant, yo. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like the people that's trying to, and I ain't saying all of them, but I'm saying the majority of the people that's leaving Mexico to come here, like, these ain't motherfuckers that's gangbangers or drug dealers. I mean, some of them are, don't get me wrong. But I feel like the good majority of those people are really trying to come here for a better life.
Let's be real,
and
yo.
I think the message that you're sending when you saying, like, none of y'all can come over here is fucked up, yo, because not all of them is coming over here to create havoc. You know what I'm saying? They coming here for a better life. And that's what America about, right? Like, am I wrong?
That's
like,
supposed to be the American
Isn't
dream.
that what America's
The
about?
American
We supposed
dream.
to, everybody had...
The immigrants, because, I mean, that was a big thing. Like, you know, people will come from other countries and they would, like, successfully, you know what I mean, grow a business or whatever, live a life, get a job, and, like, support their family successfully. It was the American dream. And it's like, now, yo, I don't get it, yo. It just, that shit, my fucking train of thought slipped. What was you saying at first? Because I had something to say to it. What
I was talking about? What
yeah.
I was saying is that I don't think that... I think we trying to, not we, because I don't support that shit. What Trump and the niggas that support him is trying to do, they're trying to isolate, basically, to me, all Mexicans. And I don't think that everybody is about negative shit coming to America.
Let's be honest, like, a lot of, like,
there should be, like,
a lot of Hispanic people, like, just be honest, come on, yo, they come over here and they bust their ass and they work harder than Americans and they do the jobs that lazy Americans won't do. So that's the crazy thing to me. The motherfuckers be like, oh, they took our jobs, and like these fucking lazy, you know what I mean, these lazy black people and these lazy Mexicans, they fucking take our jobs and like, the Mexicans are doing the jobs that the lazy Americans don't want to fucking do, and like, you feel me, and like, as far as black people getting called lazy and shit, just as like a stereotypical racial thing, like, oh, you lazy monkeys, like, fucking black people built America, yo, like, nigga, we built the railroad system.
Right.
Through slavery, but what the fuck with industrialization, all that shit? Like, none of that shit would have happened. We wouldn't have this if we didn't have a railroad. But who built the railroad?
Man, we created the basis for America, nigga. Like, we created medicine, we created buildings, nigga. The pyramids. Yeah. That shit came from our people, y'all.
They still don't know how them shit was made.
Right.
They still, with the technology we have in 2019, they don't know how the fuck motherfuckers made pyramids back then.
Right.
That's almost some
tell me,
shit.
and so like now, if you're coming from like this is why I be thinking like on some different shit. Like if you coming from a society that you're that adept, like even thinking of Mayans, like them niggas was predicting shit within like milliseconds of what had happened with no technology. Them niggas was in the stars. So if you had that type of intellect, yo, it's something different about you. I'm a broken ego man that's intimidated and low self-esteem. You pose a threat to me. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like. There's no other reason. They blew the nose off the Sphinx so you couldn't tell it was black. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's why that bitch don't have a nose. Like, y'all try to erase the history for what? Because, like, there's shit y'all know that y'all don't want us to know because, like, you know what I mean? That's why, like, yeah, black people, the original people and all this other stuff. Like, there was black presidents before, but that history's erased. Like, there's all types of shit that we were before. There's all types of shit that black people have done, inventions black people have made that have been claimed by white people. Fucking even like, yo, Jack Daniels, that whole process that they make that liquor, I forget the term for it. That shit came from a slave, yo.
What? What you mean?
Like distillation.
That whole process. I think it came from either like a slave or owner of something around that. But it was some shit. It wasn't a white dude that made it up, but he got that recipe from yo. But it was more of a mutual thing. It wasn't like, I don't think it was like yo. I don't think yo specifically blatantly stole the shit. Like, I think it was like it was on some different shit. I forget the story, so I'm not gonna like go into making up shit I can't remember. Right. Definitely check. You can research it though, but but yeah, like, so it's like shit like that. Like, that whole process of how that liquor is made was like from a black dude. Right. And you think about it like though, but like black people have always just been like black people always have to be more forgiving for some reason. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we're bred to be more forgiving. Like, you know what I mean? Oh, forgive that. Like, because like that's how just beaten down as a culture they've been, we've been. But not only that, like we always I'm losing my thought, yo. I'm smacked. What'd I just say, yo? Fuck. I'm too high for this shit.
I get what you're saying. I'm gonna roll off what you're saying.
I'll
like,
probably be able to mount.
The thing is that like, you know, I understand that, you know what I mean, people take credit for what black people created, you know what I'm saying? And I don't
That's
feel
why it's time for
right. And the thing is, I don't feel any type of animosity. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's cool, it's whatever. But
we've come a long way.
My thing is, like I told you,
my mother white.
I'm in 1,000 ass nigga, yo, and I keep shit 1,000. You know what I mean? Y'all know me. You know what I mean? I keep shit 100. You feel me? And what I'm saying is what the facts are, what the truth is. You know what I'm saying? Like, the original people coming from that area, they was our skin. You know what I'm saying? They was dark skin. You know what I'm saying? They weren't white people. You know what I'm saying? Like, they was. You know what I mean? Like, they was our complexion, you feel me? So when you talking about the earliest civilization, you know what I'm saying? We talking about Egypt and all that shit. Like, that was black people, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So when you try to tell me that, you know, Jesus was this white man or whatever and all this, it's like, I hear what you're saying, but like, yo, you know, read what the Bible say and all that shit, yo. He came from an area where that shit was nothing but, you know, people are skin.
Yeah, because I mean, to be fair, like not even being funny, like, that environment isn't fit for white people's skin.
It's not.
Like, I'm not being a joke, but I'm saying, like, you know what I'm saying, like darker melanin skin is like it's more heat resistant.
We gotta cut and post. Yeah, hold up. Not that I disagree with anything that you guys are saying right now. But I feel like it feels like we're going on a rant against the white mother.
I mean, random thoughts. It's not. I'm not
attacking. I'm not trying to go there.
Separate.
Like,
and I'm not trying to go there.
I'm not separating nothing either.
I mean, not to say that I don't agree with your facts. But I mean, I feel like.
Oh, at the end of the day, check it out. It came out.
We stated our point. We gotta. You know what I'm saying?
All right, but I'm just saying. At the end of the, but regardless of that. It's coming out of my mouth, not yours. So if they have a problem with facts that I speak, it's no different than you telling me all 44 presidents, 45 presidents. Yeah. If you're stating a fact and I'm stating a fact, just because my fact don't sound good doesn't mean it's less factual.
You're right.
If it makes you feel away, it's not. I'm not blaming. I don't blame nobody for it.
And the thing is, come on, man. I mean, the majority of my friends are white people, yeah. So it's not. That's not the angle. That's not the angle that I'm coming from. What I'm coming from is what. Is truthful, was facts, my nigga. Like, definitely. And it's nothing against white people, but what I'm saying is that the origin of our country, you know what I'm saying, where everything started, if you want to go by the Bible and shit that you read in that, you know what I'm saying, where did civilization start from? All the areas that you hear in the Bible and where shit come from. You know what I'm saying? Like Jerusalem, all that shit, like Middle East, like all that shit. Africa, you know what I'm saying, the pyramids. Like, those people, they weren't white people, yeah. You know what I'm saying? I might be on my Malcolm X shit, but I'm not necessarily I'm not trying to bash nobody.
Yeah. There's nothing about bashing. Like, it's just realistically. Like, where it's to the fact of, like, I'm saying, of how, like, of how Jesus isn't white, of how Jesus is white. Realistically, just from a factual point, like, fair skin and white skin is not built for those type of heats. It's like Africans are black as fuck. Their skins, because of their color, they more. You know what I mean? Resistant to heat and sunburn. You feel me? So
exactly
just realistically, that's all I'm saying. I'm not like, fuck people, white people can't survive because they suck. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, nigga, like,
but
no.
I was just, what I'm trying to say is like, what's the point? What point are we started with the ice.
I don't know where
I
I think we did go off on a tangent. I get what you're saying because some people might take that wrong.
Yeah.
But it's just the way we were going with the conversation.
I know. I understand.
I was gonna keep that shit 1,000. You know what I mean? And that's just where the conversation led to.
That's all. All we doing is really just
get off of that.
Smoking and talking. I mean, if you want to get off of it. Sure.
No.
Yeah,
I understand that.
But I hear what you're saying. For the viewers,
I don't disagree with you.
I get it.
But for the viewers,
here's me. But
I'm still trying to kind of think about the viewers.
I'm gonna tell you that Sean Pressberry, I didn't start my own platform to give a fuck of what a No. Listen, look. I didn't start my own platform to be sensitive to people's opinions. If I'm speaking my facts, my truths, or my opinion, because it's just my opinion isn't law. It's not written in an encyclopedia that's studied for generations. Like, nigga, I'm 28. You feel me? Like, I'm not nobody special, but I didn't build my own podcast to hold my fucking tongue. Yeah. Like, just like I didn't build my own podcast to not smoke weed on it, because that's what I enjoy doing. So if I'm gonna talk about, like you said, like you ain't gotta agree with it, you ain't gotta agree with it. I'm just if I'm speaking on it, I'm not worried about the audience, because no matter what you do in life, Jesus had haters, okay? So no matter what you do in life, motherfuckers is gonna not always agree or care for what you say. Like, doesn't matter. You can be the most philanthropist ass person, people still gonna find a problem with you. So I don't. If I'm offending some people, like, good. I don't know. Like, it's but it breeds conversation.
I get both sides because I understand what you're saying. Like, I'm gonna keep shit 1,000, and I'm gonna speak.
I'm a blunt nigga, yo.
I'm just speak what I know and what I feel. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I do understand what he's saying too. Like,
we got carried away for sure.
The way that, you know what I'm saying.
The way that
you're
kind of about perception.
Because you're trying to connect with everybody.
But here's the thing. Like,
so I get that.
And I'm not like, once again, not being ignorant, but like, I know that you are might be more surrounded by white people, so you might try to think from their perspective. I don't think from anybody's perspective but Sean's perspective, because that's my perspective. That's all I can speak from. I can't speak from her eyes. I can't speak from his eyes. I can't speak from your eyes. I can only speak from me and what I know and what I experience. Like, that's it. So, yeah, man, that's all.
But everybody knows. But everybody knows this. This shit, this type of topic right here is something that nobody really wants to discuss. You know what I'm saying? And for obvious reasons. You know what I'm saying? Because other people are gonna feel a certain type of way. You know what I'm saying? And that's cool. Everybody has their right to their opinion.
But like, I'm not. I ain't start a platform to come on here and talk about fucking Skittles and Starburst all day.
I get that.
Yeah, cotton candy because it makes people feel nice and smile.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I was going off of how the conversation was going.
But like I said, that wasn't on the list. That wasn't on the list. It came from the ice conversation. It just came from the ice conversation. It
happened.
So I was just like thinking of coming from like, all right. But
change it up. I'll change it
up.
Change it up.
It's cool though.
I got you, man. Like, I get it. All right. This is like a random topic. Like, I see people like post about this sometimes. And, like, how it irritates them. So like niggas wearing like Nike and Adidas in the same outfit. How much does that bother you?
Yeah, that's funny. That's funny that you mentioned that, dude. Because just the other day, I had on my Adidas and my fucking SBs, man. My Nikes.
I feel like
I was rocking Adidas and Nike, yeah.
Yeah, if you listen.
It's a lot of people that like hate that.
Look, but I was just stepping out.
I get it.
If I had a fit, Justin came through the other day with a fly ass fit, bro. Like, he had a Adidas fit. Yo, I wouldn't go out if I'm trying to go out. You know, I'm definitely be rocking Adidas. But I'm just rocking to the store and throw some shit on. I'll mix it up, but. Yeah. I understand the theory and the idea of not mix-matching that shit.
Yeah, listen. If your shit
is
fresh,
you don't mix-match competing brands.
I get that, but see, that's just
because y'all competing. I gotta honor it.
You're not gonna wear a polo. You're not gonna wear a polo.
No,
Ralph Lauren polo with the motherfucking Nautica dad camp.
Look, you might if you like a certain type of individual.
Look.
You know, some niggas be different on purpose. Like,
I like what you said, because I'm gonna put it like this. Yo, if you feel like you fly in your own right, and come on, don't get me wrong, yo, and y'all niggas, I'm pretty sure y'all can attest to this.
Yes, sir.
Y'all have probably met other niggas who was rocking different brands, but that shit was fly as a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
Because I
Am
mean,
wrong?
it's
Can
like
you agree with that?
Yeah,
you're
it's in your confidence. It's like in you. Like your swag is how you carry yourself. Like, cause like I mean, you could wear a $15 outfit or some shit you thrifted, and a nigga could go and spend $800 on 3 pieces of clothing. And you could kill it way more harder.
Rappers, like there's some rappers that you know what I mean, that have a lot of money and shit that go that spend a whole bunch of money on like designer shit,
and they look
but
crazy.
You can tell they don't got no type of style.
They're just buying it because it's expensive.
They're just rocking that shit. But then there's some rappers that you know that like, yo, they really about
they
that
like,
shit,
I'm getting this piece, and I'm gonna put that to the side till I find a piece to match with it. Like they'll build their outfits and shit.
Your Uzi Verts of the world and like. Yo, like thuggers, they really do that shit.
You know, like a Trinidad James, like he's real into fashion and
into that shit.
Yeah, like him.
Look, I'm gonna quote this nigga Dame Dash, man. He said, I don't make fun of niggas off of the money they got and the clothes that they buy. I make fun of niggas off their taste. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like you can relate with that. Your taste is what matters. You know what I'm saying? If I walk in this bitch with a polo pants and a fucking polo shirt and a polo jacket with a Lacoste hat. You know what I'm saying? But you looking at me like, damn, like, you ain't even looking at the fact that I got 2 different brands on you like, damn, nigga, fly as a bitch. You feel me? Like, nigga, I respect that. Like, you came here fly as a bitch. I'm not even, my first thought isn't, this nigga had polo pants and polo shoes on, but he got a Lacoste hat.
Somebody,
because look, now what if somebody,
like you're saying, yeah. But to the point that I was gonna bring about it, a lot of people think, a few of the guests, you know, we had on, like, mentioned the fact, like, as far as the fashion and style and shit, like, they weren't really into that, like, that, you know what I mean? Like, they looked at it as, like, flexing. But, I don't look at it as flexing. Like, you could go to Goodwill, get a fit, you know what I'm saying? If you rock the clothes, you rock the clothes,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? That's your own expression.
Right.
You feel me? So it's like...
But because of, especially, like, how crazy style is, like, currently, I feel like, now... Him talking about Lacoste and Polo now, like, if he was like a Dapper Dan ass nigga making his own custom pieces, like, what if he turned a jacket half Lacoste, half Polo and rocked it? That shit would all of a sudden be fly.
And that shit might catch on with people.
And then niggas start seeing niggas with mismatched brand jackets.
Niggas gonna collaborate. You dig? So that you just might be a visionary in your own right.
Exactly.
But just because everybody else don't fuck with what you're doing, don't mean it's just shit not fly. Like, I'll give you an example. What's his name? Ja? What's the nigga that came through here? And he was rocking. He had his own brand of the little sweatpants shit. You know what I mean? He was rocking the, like the Sprinter jacket type shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Ja. That was Ja.
He was
what I'm saying? Like, that shit
guests.
to me, like, me just looking at him and not knowing what the fuck he was wearing, I'm looking at that shit like, that shit fly as shit.
Because he was confident as fuck rocking that bitch. He knew he was fly.
It's not even the fact that he was confident about it. It was the fact that, he had this shit. Like I said, I judge it, like Dame said, judge nigga off taste. You know what I'm saying? Like, that the way he was rocking that shit was good taste. Like, that, he could, you know what I'm saying? You could bring that out and look fly, and that shit not even Adidas and none of that.
Yeah.
But, like, I mean, am I wrong? Like, was you not looking at the nigga like, yo, that shit was
his,
shit.
he made that.
Right, you feel me? And, we can't judge him because that's not the brand name. That shit was hard, you feel me? Like,
I'm more for, like, local fashion brands anyway than big designer names, because I'm always down for putting like $1 in my neighbor's pocket than a motherfucker that's already making billions off of America. You feel me?
I'm not gonna name anything yet, but our next episode is gonna be pretty dope.
Yeah, definitely gonna be dope.
It's gonna be a dope episode for sure.
Speaking of that,
and I got mad respect for niggas that do that, man. I was in awe just watching that and seeing like. This man had his own.
Nah, it's just like I'm always stuffy, man.
Hey, that man had his own style, his own clothing line. Like, that shit was cool as fuck, yo. And who knows, like 5, 10, 20 years down the line, like, that shit might be the new hottest thing.
Yeah,
and I think you gotta have open mind to that.
If somebody did that shit, like, and you put like and Gunna or some random, you know what I mean, artist wear it, not even a ASAP. No, that would be a fashion influencer, like an ASAP.
That's all you really need.
You throw that on ASAP.
Tyler, the Creator.
It's over, yo.
Any of these like made rappers, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's all you need is one of the influencer to rock your shit for your shit to pop off.
We'll hop back into a few topics. Here's a random one. I didn't know this was like a thing or not. So, do you have to reply to a compliment with a compliment? Like, is that a thing? Because I was having a conversation with somebody the other day, and they were saying like,
Wait, you said a reply, a compliment?
yeah, like if I be like, oh, yo, nice kicks, like, do you feel obligated to find something on me to compliment, or is it like, do you just, thanks, bro, and like that's it? Because like I feel like that's cool. Like I don't expect you to compliment me back because like I feel like if you see something on me that I was wearing something that was dope, like you probably would have already complimented it. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe not, but I mean,
it's you
it's
can
funny
like
that you
bring that up. I because I know some people. I know people who've done that. You know what I'm saying? Like.
Because I was having a conversation.
It's
like,
gonna be, I don't want to call no, never mind. But anyways, like fucking, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes that can be perceived as, unnecessary. But, sometimes it could be, I feel like it might be,
Comes across as rude.
I don't think
is that considered rude? Because that was like the debate. Because like, and I didn't know this was a debate, but I was having a conversation and they were talking about it was a debate.
I think it could come across like fake.
Cause basically it's like, all right, like it was like somebody in their coworker. Okay, I compliment you, like, oh hey, your hair looks nice, and it's like, oh thanks, but then like they stand there and look at you like they waiting for a compliment. Like that was the situation that was brought to me. Like basically her hair was complimented, and like the girl was just kind of like waiting to be waiting to be complimented back. So like, is that warranted?
I think that's a selfish way to look at it.
That's trash, right?
I think that if you were to approach me and say that you like something, I'm not gonna be rude. You know what I'm saying? And be just like, oh, you know what I mean? But if I say thank you respectfully, like, I appreciate that.
You owe nothing else.
Thank you. I got it from here.
Yeah.
I don't think
it's not warranted that I need to say
compliment something like, do I look like? But I've heard in a sense like, oh,
I think this is the thing amongst women.
Said like, oh, like, hey, you got a pretty smile, and the person would be like, oh, you got a pretty smile, like
corny,
like,
right?
Just like corny, cheesy, nice. Like
it can come off corny.
Sometimes it can come across corny or fake. But I'm not saying that it's. Yeah, it can come across cheesy, like, oh, you just gotta feel like you have to say something nice back.
But like, cause like the conversation was, I think this might be women. Let me know. I think this was like supposedly this is like a thing that more so women. I don't know. Yeah. This was the conversation I had. I'm not saying that's what it was, but supposedly it's like more of a women perspective. Like a lot, like some of them act like they're owed one back, and I don't feel like you're owed a compliment.
Yeah, not necessarily.
I would just be flattered just off the fact that you complimented me. That would
kicks,
do
bro.
it. That would do
I
it for
see
me.
You. Like, cause you know what I mean? Like if I walk into fly kicks, bro, I see you, yo.
Fly hat, fly hoodie.
Like it's like, then you're like, shit, what you got
Hey.
Wait, have you worn the shirt before? Like, you're looking for something that's trash.
I just feel like it's just
you look dumb.
With all the.
Because you probably can see that action happening.
All a compliment needs is a thank you.
Yeah,
that's how. Exactly. That's normal conversation.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Fair enough.
That's normal.
Exactly.
Yeah.
People might give you back a compliment, and it just be you might take you off guard.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, thanks.
Right.
Well, thank you. You know what I'm saying?
And that's true.
But not saying that it's rude or anything, but it can be perceived as just cheap.
I feel like as long as you say
not
thanks,
genuine.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I think it's rude if you don't say anything back. Like you don't say, "Oh, well,
that's rude."
I think you should say thank you.
Yeah, that's rude.
If you just look at somebody and look the other way, that's rude as fuck to me. But if you say, "Thank you, I appreciate that," being genuine, cool. I'm good with that. Like I don't need to go any further in my opinion.
Right.
That's
definitely.
But some people, I don't know, they might be
different. Yeah,
Wait, did we get into? Did y'all watching anything new on Netflix? Did we get into that? I think I asked it. But on
Netflix. Disney Go.
And
you've been watching Disney Plus? Yeah.
Well, series on
you been watching The Mandalorian, the Star Wars shit.
Yeah. That Baby Yoda shit, I think is really fucking dope, dude.
That meme's been going around.
The meme, yeah.
A bunch of memes.
I did see the meme.
Did you see the Gucci one?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna bring up. This nigga. It on the Gucci, he was like, I'm a street nigga, dog. Everybody know that. I'm gonna turn shit up. Yeah, that shit was so fucking funny, yo.
Funny.
Gucci himself posted on Instagram.
Right. And then all of a sudden, that nigga Yoda looked like him. He's like,
with the ears went up.
Crazy.
It was dope. Nah, the shit that really cracked me up. Yeah, he did it, I think, for like the second or third time. And the Mandalorian nigga, yeah, that nigga was 3 with that shit. Yeah, that nigga turned this shit off, picked that nigga up for real, put him over here. That shit had me geeked up. I thought that shit was hilarious.
But you've been watching. You've been binging.
Honestly, I've been watching the Mandalorian thing, and I've been watching a few other shows on Disney Plus called one was the Inhumans, and then the other one was the Runaways. Marvel shows on there.
Those are both Marvel shows.
Yeah,
I have to check them out. So it's like superhero shit.
Yeah, like superhero type shit.
Cool. That's cool.
Well, like powers, like mutants. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I was like that type of shit.
What else?
Would be good.
What else have I been watching? Oh yeah, another show that I watched the first season of was the show called What We Do in the Shadows, or I think that's what it's called. What We Do in the Shadows. It's about vampires. It's kind of like if you ever seen The Office, that dry humor. It's about these vampires that land in New York. They're living in modern times, but they're like hundreds of thousands of years old.
I wonder, because I know there was a movie that some years ago. I wonder if it's like
it was. It is a spinoff. I haven't seen that movie though. I've never seen the movie though.
It's just stupid.
So you see that?
Yeah,
that dry humor
it's
shit.
Super. It's just like it's
like
super
The
dry,
Office,
but it's
yeah.
funny. Yeah.
Oh my God.
You gotta watch the movie. It's a
like,
funny movie.
People that are like, you think they're just goofy as shit, but they're dead ass. You know what I'm saying? Like they're just saying.
Yeah, it's like 3 different vampires at like different ages and shit. I think, but like they live together and they're just like awkwardly weird.
This spinoff, it's like
the movie at least.
This spinoff, they land in somehow get transported to Staten Island. That's what they're all living in. They're living in this apartment and shit, and they're just like. They have what they call what they call them, familiars. Each vampire is a familiar that's like a human. It's not a vampire. It's pretty much like their slave. You know what I mean? And they got this big fat goofy motherfucker with glasses, and a Jewish afro. You know what I'm saying? Like he's their familiar. So like
and what's it called again?
It's called What We Do in the Shadows.
Yeah,
the
movie might be called
the same name.
Yeah, but I think the movie's called.
I'd never seen it.
I gotta check.
You gotta check the movie out.
Yeah.
I haven't seen either one.
If the show's on there, I would assume maybe the movie
It's
would be
funny.
on there. And that was Disney Plus or Netflix?
That's on Hulu, but it comes on FX.
I got Hulu.
But the season's already done. It's only
funny.
one season.
I'm gonna check it out, yo.
Yeah, that shit is crazy.
Let's see what else we got. Oh, I got like probably 2 more things. Alright, so I just kind of wanted to know, like, the other day, probably like a week ago, I was at a light behind a cop and shit, right? And like, I just want to know if I'm like a bitch for not beeping at him when the light turned green.
Oh, he was in front of you and like.
Yeah, like you might like somebody saw they like they might be on their phone or some dumb shit, and I was like, I just got pulled over a couple weeks ago that I gotta go fight some bullshit in court for. Yeah, I mean, first time I've been pulled over in like 6 years for no reason, yo. So I gotta fight that in January. Bullshit. But so like I had just been pulled over a few weeks ago, but then I was behind a cop like the other day at a light, and like the joint turned green, and I'm just sitting there like, I'm not really in a rush to go anywhere.
Yeah.
Like I'm not beeping at this nigga because like I don't know what type of time he gonna be on. You feel me? Like, does that make me a bitch, yo?
I ain't gonna say you a bitch, but I'm
never been in that situation.
I'm gonna tell you my opinion. I'm beeping that nigga. Like, yeah, he gets it all the way. Like, my nigga, like yo, if you're gonna
what
come
if he
in,
tries to pull you over after that?
That's what I'm saying. Like, what if he wanted to just harass
hey,
me for no
listen,
reason?
I'm sure a
yo?
cop could do it.
Listen.
Cops be some assholes, yo.
Once you be at the cop's either gonna do something about it or he's not.
listen.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like he might have like
dick about it. Or
yeah,
he's
I mean,
not.
we could have pulled boom. He wait, get behind me. Like, oh, what did
Maybe.
you find wrong
You never
now,
know.
bitch? Like, you know what I mean?
I'm not.
I've had really petty situations with cops. Like, so it's probably part of that probably just becomes with my experience with them. I've had.
I
used to get
around
harassed by
that
cops like when I was like 18, 19, 20 years old. Like to literally to a point where I was getting pulled over like on a weekly basis for no reason because of like. People I wasn't even involved with them, but because of people I guess I knew, it's like they was trying to associate me with them, but it wasn't even like that. So like I used to get followed around by undercovers and shit, like
Sean,
like I was a hot boy.
Sean, I got a question. What would you want? Would you rather live in a society like we are now or anarchical society?
Well, I would say this: if I lived back, if I
you're a
lived,
rebellious ass nigga.
I am. I'm very rebellious. If
I ain't mad at you.
If I
I'm like,
lived,
them niggas have it.
I'll say this: if I lived in like the Wild West time,
Yeah.
I'd have been that nigga. I'd have been fucking
You'd have been on
lawless.
your
Like,
Django Unchained shit.
I'd have been on some Django shit for real. Like, pew pew. Yeah, I ain't gonna. I would have probably been I'd have had one of them infamous cowboy names that's in all the movies, yo.
If I was a slave, they would have killed me. Yeah.
Not a slave. I'm just talking about like, because he was saying if we live in a lawless society now.
No, I'm giving a comparison to that. Like when we talking about police,
he'd be like the dude from Book of Eli, Denzel and Book of Eli. Yeah.
Man, because I'm the exact same way. Yeah, if I believe that what you're doing is wrong, you know what I'm saying, it's not right, I'm fighting that all the time, all day. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck about what the social norms are or what everybody else believes is right. If you're wrong, you're wrong. Or spade is spade. You feel me?
Yeah,
so,
you're wrong, nigga.
You just like you would pull me over for having a broken tail light. My man, like it's a red light, you know, or a red light turned green. You not moving. Like I'm beeping my horn at you. I don't give a fuck who you are. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, any normal person would do that to whoever.
That's the funny part, because I was like, yo, my bitch, because if this was a regular nigga, I'd have probably beeped at him. But, like, I've been, like I literally, like, threatened police before, like, yo, I'm going to really file some shit on you. They used to harass me. They used to literally pull me over, like, all the time. Like, you know what I mean? Like, because at the time, that was back when I had that neon green. I had that turquoise Dodge neon. And there was another one in that area that I lived. And I think they might have been mixing me up with yo. I don't know. But, like, I used to get pulled over on the regular. And, like, they searched my shit before. I'm like, yo, like, what the fuck, y'all? They be, but it's like, what can you do? Like, you know what I mean? It's like, you can try. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like, you can only do so much before you get fucked over about it.
There was a police. Did you see the incident, the viral incident that happened in Baltimore today with the kid, with the police officer and the kid?
No.
Kid getting choked out by the cop, but evidently they said that the kid bit the cop. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is over there.
What made him bite you? That's, you know what I mean? That's the questions I don't want to ask.
No, the article was that he was there.
He
was on that. No, they said that he was on the street, and I saw the article. I got to bring that back up, but it was just like the cop just thought he was being suspicious. You know what I'm saying? So the cop saw him like standing there being suspicious, saw him make a move, which the cop considered an evasive move. So spin the bin again, you know what I'm saying? And hopped out the car and arrested him. And I guess they have a video of him, cop got on the kid's legs and the cop on top. The kid's on his stomach. And the cop has his arm around his neck. The cops are demanding him to like put his arms behind his back. But you damn
near choking the nigga out.
He can't
even self-defense mode.
The kid couldn't really even.
And a kid.
That kid was probably scared for his life.
Yeah, he was scared.
And like, mind you, dig at the environment.
He was trying to breathe, like, because you see the cop has like a tight ass arm around his neck, and the kid, they're demanding him to put his arms behind his back, but like the cop's knees was in the way. You know, he couldn't even put his arms behind his back. You in a certain type of environment, yo. Like, that's what people never, from the outside perspective, never look at. Like, oh, like, you know what I mean? Like, if you're from a certain walk, you're there, this is savage, this is savage behavior, but it's like, you know what I mean? You product of your environment, yo. Like, when you're around that type of shit, these kids are growing up with PTSD and shit and not being treated for that shit. You see what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people have PTSD, anxiety and shit, and they don't even know they had it. I just found out I had anxiety issues like 2 months ago because that shit landed me in the hospital, bro. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you know what I mean? Like, I had a whole, like, anxiety attack, and I didn't even know I had that shit. You feel me? But that shit just stemmed from other issues from just life. You feel me? Like, I didn't even know that shit. You know what I'm saying? So, these kids is walking around with, like, PTSD and shit. So, yeah, you jump on a nigga and choke him all up and shit. Like, that motherfucker might not, I don't know how they approaching him, but if they just hit him and didn't even identify shit, like, he might not have even had time to perceive who the fuck they were.
And I think any normal person would react like that. If somebody just hopped on me and I don't know who they are, what's going on.
I'm not going down.
I'm trying to defend myself, so I can't.
I'm going all out. I'm not gonna lie. Get off me.
You can't look at the kid. You can't look at the kid and say he was wrong for trying to defend himself if they didn't go about it correctly.
They always want to make them wrong for defending themselves, which is weird. Like, stop harassing these motherfuckers for no reason.
Exactly.
Like, you can't fault the fucking consequence of your action. Like, if you start, you initiate, you cannot be mad about how I talked about that before. You can't be mad how that person responds, yo. Like, if they do some shit, you can't. You know what I mean? Like, that shit just crazy, yo. That shit crazy to me.
I don't know. I would just say my advice. When you deal with cops, just try to comply, yo. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it sound good, but it's like, but why do we gotta give? Why do we have to give race up?
Based on what you've seen and how they do,
I know.
if you care about coming back home and being alive,
Fucked up.
you might as well comply.
I'm gonna throw this at you, right? I'm gonna throw this at you.
I'm a martyr, nigga.
So what about people? What about
crazy
people,
motherfucker. Yeah.
What about some of the people that maybe all right? Let's say if they would have complied, you know what I'm saying? You talk about Mike Brown or some of the other cases.
Yeah.
Let's say they just did comply. You know what I'm saying? What's to say that they wouldn't have got killed anyway?
We don't know. Yeah.
But
I mean,
that's something you gotta think about, right?
These motherfuckers
Had
is getting
they
shot.
not
for
complied, do you think they would have still been alive anyway?
Motherfuckers is getting shot.
Or what
for
everybody
That's the
says?
thing.
Everybody says they didn't comply.
There's definitely been instances where I've seen
Motherfuckers is getting shot for living in their apartment.
Like,
Motherfuckers getting shot for walking down the street.
People haven't got no chance. Like some of these cops don't be giving people a chance to even.
But that's the problem.
but that's
The police that are getting police jobs are like aggressive-minded people, or they're
just like ready to.
It's like you got people. Think about it. It's
you
like,
know what I'm saying? Just like finger on
people
the
from
trigger,
like Bel Air. People from like
Yeah.
Bel Air are coming to the city and being cops.
Right.
Now, Bel Air City has two different places. So you coming in here, oh, these are savages, da da da. Like, you're already looking at them different. So anything they do, you're already looking at it like everything they do is with intent to just be violent and aggressive. So it's like when you come in there with that type of militant fucking idea, like, oh, these guys are all bad to get me, like, you know what I'm saying? That makes you're scared, you're on edge. Like, I mean, to be honest, yo, like, I'm like, not even being funny, like, maybe they should try, like, and they could try this shit in a county or a city or somewhere. Like, they should try, like, if they, you know what I mean, try, like, only policing your, like, if you police in your district type of shit
That's
where you live.
definitely- yeah,
because, like,
that's what I agree
you
with.
can police
Yeah,
in your
I
community,
agree.
because
I definitely
if I'm a
believe that.
city cop, if I grew up in the city and I live in the city, I know how these city kids
can
are.
relate to 'em.
I can relate to them, I can talk with them, and they gonna probably have a little more respect for them.
But where I'm gonna interject there is the fact that even in those counties, there are still black people that they
Very
live in
true.
those counties,
Very
and
true.
those people might react
You
to
right.
them a different type of
You
way.
right. You very
so I think it's a
There is
little
no
bit-
win to that one.
Right,
I
I
ain't gonna
think it's a
lie.
little bit.
Yeah.
I think that the whole mindset needs to change, and
Yeah.
I mean,
And there's
that's
like,
just-
yo,
that's racism in general. We
Yeah.
can talk about this shit forever.
And that's true, but also in order for it to change, like, because I was reading a comment on that incident that happened today in Baltimore, and like the dude was talking about, like, yeah, you have to understand both perspectives. Like, you have to understand both perspectives.
Nobody ever wants to look at, especially when it's a black person's perspective, who's being murdered and shit. Like, because I do this shit out of just interest to see. I like to see the other side's perspective.
The city
I
needs
go on
policing either way.
I go on these viral posts.
Something has to be done right. So there has to be, you know what I mean? There has to be something.
Look,
you know?
I go on these viral posts and I read
I'm over here doing
comments.
this.
I'll read the comments and
You
I'll
gotta
just
cut
see.
that out.
I'll see how, you know what I mean. This set of people are like giving you perspective that this set of people won't ever have to deal with, right?
Right.
So like, and then I see these comments and they're like, oh, you looking like getting death penalty. Like, they just say crazy shit or like ignorant shit, or like, oh, he should have just listened. Oh, he should have obeyed. But okay, guess what? I've been in situations where you can do everything the cops say and he's still gonna be a fucking asshole to you, and he's still gonna fucking be petty. So it's like, but if I'm supposed to have the same rights as you, why do I have to give my rights up to be as safe as you? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Why do I have to be quiet when the cops are around? Or why do I have to act this way just to give me a better chance of making it home to my family when y'all, this demographic can just, you know what I mean? You see viral videos of motherfuckers arguing with police and all that shit and nothing. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers taking killers to fucking fast food restaurants before they take them to prison and shit. Like,
Right.
you know what I mean? Shit like that.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
listen,
saying?
you're 1,000% right, and
yo.
you shouldn't. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you should fight for what you believe in. You know what I'm saying? And everybody has a right to that. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has the right to be served and protected. You know what I'm saying? Not to be fucking bashed on. You know what I'm saying? Just because I look a little bit different, or the area that I'm from is a little bit rougher than the next. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't mean that I don't deserve the same serve and protect as other races or other, you know, whatever communities that are different than mine. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody deserves that right. And I think that's the shit that we need to get back to, and eliminating the racist thoughts that people have. Because I think let's be real, I feel like that's where this shit stems from. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like these people that beat up on black people, I don't think that it's just them doing their job. Like, I think that there is some some
Personal.
racist
Yeah, the
things in
personal
there.
shit.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And I'm just
Oh
like I
yeah,
said, I'm
there's
keeping it
definitely
1,000.
racist undertones, racist agendas, all that type of shit.
Right.
I mean,
But
no,
you remember, we just had the good homie Sparky, like the whole prison system as a whole. Like how
The
he was
American
telling
prison
us, like,
system joke is a joke.
It's based on
On slavery.
it's all based on
And
slavery.
And it is.
Free labor.
It is, yeah. It
And then
is.
the way he was telling, telling
is.
how his experience. You know what I'm saying? But
well, that's the
And
problem.
Sparky's from the South, dude. He's from Georgia. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I appreciated him just talking about it because he acknowledged and he gave his own personal opinion, and I felt he was 1,000% right.
yeah,
And that just shows, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just real.
yeah,
But like,
definitely real.
like the American prison system is a joke amongst the world because like there's a lot of other countries and shit that actually their prisons actually work to rehabilitate and reform people or like set them up for success when they get out. They want to set you up with a trade. They want to set you up with the means and having a support system to not reoffend. But in America, there isn't. They lock you up, throw them away for 20 years, kick them back on the street, and don't do it again. But there's no rehabilitation. You've now taken me off the streets. Think about niggas that do 20-year sentences, even 10. I got niggas that's been down since 2010. Okay, they still locked up. All right, technology, Instagram wasn't out back then when they got locked up.
Right.
Instagram wasn't out like that. All right, streaming and all that shit, none of that shit exists. Like the amount of technology in the last almost 10 years that changed, you will come out of prison and you're gonna feel like you just landed in a whole new fucking world because
That's right.
it's like, and they don't teach you how to readapt. Like you don't know what the fuck is. I mean, you don't know none of that shit.
You see what the prisoners be getting their hands on. You see prisoners up in there playing, taking videos.
Some of them motherfuckers be on
You know what I'm
IG
saying?
Live
They
and
be
shit,
playing,
yo.
They be playing fucking Xbox in there, dog. Like they be finding ways, man.
Some of them motherfuckers, yeah, they
be
be
getting food in there, making jail
Yeah.
pizza and all this crazy shit. Like,
Yeah,
Motherfuckers
some of them
showing all
definitely.
types of snacks. Niggas got Gatorades,
Some of them got some good shit going on.
pizza
for 'em,
bagels and shit.
But you know what I'm
what?
saying? But they don't do nothing to reform people, so it's like you kick them out. You don't teach them how to, like, they don't know nothing. So it's like, well, now I can't get a job nowhere because I'm a felon. Nobody wants to hire me. What I'm supposed to do? You didn't set me up. Like, there's
Yeah,
some
that's
programs
true.
for that shit, but it's like, you know what I mean? It's like once you
The
get that
mental
strike,
ill
like
people
mark on your
people
record,
that are
yo.
mentally ill.
You feel me? Yeah, like none of that shit. And I mean, you can go in healthy and come out mentally fucking ill because solitary
Especially after doing that
confinement's
long.
unhealthy for you.
But
that's not. Yeah,
the
that's
thing,
not.
another thing is like, well, yeah, I mean, some people don't have that means that sometimes it ruins their life financially, whatever. But like, I don't know. I would just have to feel like if you survive that, yo, like you certainly got like your mind right. You know what I'm saying?
No, because especially like it's proven that like solitary confinement is detrimental to the brain, yo. Like it can turn you crazy. So like even just like days in there, like X amount of hours in there, like because your brain doesn't like to be bored, like and you know what I mean you have nothing to interact with. You're just in there.
Talk to nobody.
Like you start because you can start like your body starts to cope. So your brain like this is like you can literally become like schizophrenic and shit like that because you so lonely and shit. You basically make up other personalities to cope.
Right.
Like that's a real thing. You feel what I'm saying? Like shit like that. You know what I mean? Or, like I know motherfuckers have gone to prison and talked to them fucking selves and shit like shit like that. Like who else you gonna talk to?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you feel me? Like you gonna lose your fucking mind, yo.
I did want to talk about some crazy shit, trending shit in the sneaker world, sneaker fashion world.
Nikes.
Yeah, did you see that?
Yeah.
What the Nikes that I posted? Yeah. So in the fashion world, one of the big fashion powerhouses, Christian Dior. You know what I'm saying? They had their 2020, fall men's or their collection dropping. I think it was obviously like fall winter season collection, and in it there was their creative director, their men's creative director Kim Jones. You know what I'm saying? He used to be the creative director for Louis Vuitton. Feel me? Like he designed the Air Jordan 1 Christian Dior shoe, like retro Jordan, made with Italian.
What was
like,
the retail on that?
So retail, they haven't dropped yet. The retail is gonna be $2,000 for them.
Damn.
They're Jordan 1s. You feel me? Like high top. They got, instead of Air Jordan on it, they got Dior, Air Dior.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? Or Dior Air or whatever.
Them bitches are hard.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Sheesh.
on StockX, dude,
Stacks.
they didn't drop yet, but like on StockX,
Already bids on
they
it.
had prices for bids, like for starting off bids and this is not nobody's gonna pay for this though. But for a
10,000?
size 5 on StockX, $100 million.
No way.
You sure it wasn't 100 grand?
Yo, 100 million.
It wasn't 100 grand. Oh my god, I thought it was like 100
That's
grand.
never-
I was like, well,
Look,
damn, y'all niggas
That's
bugging.
never-
But
That's never. Is that price gonna drop?
It's gonna drop.
I think
So
they're
when they
trying to
drop,
set it. Look, if
no
everybody
problem.
else set it high,
So like, look,
it makes the
$2,000,
market.
rich people that can afford and well, one, if you're rich and you can afford just to buy some $2,000 shoes, that's one thing. But then also they're gonna be hard to get, even if you have that $2,000 to spend.
Okay, gotcha.
So either way, people are gonna be
These
able
are
to
really
have
good.
their means to get them, and then they're gonna sell out. They're gonna resellers are gonna get them, or just gonna buy them. You know what I'm saying? And then they're probably. I bet that's gonna be like a $5, $10, $15, $20,000 shoe, yeah.
God,
Like the Air Mags, you know what I'm saying? Like the Marty McFlies. That's a $10, $20, $15,000 shoe, Nike.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
What about this shit that Drake had? What this nigga had water from like Jordan, like the country, like you didn't see that?
No.
Like he had these shoes that like it was water from like Jordan. They were Jordans.
But
it was
water.
the
like
water from Jordan was in the shoe.
The Jordan River, like where Jesus is from. You know what I'm saying? Or I don't know if that's where he's from, but it was biblical times.
Was in the
and
shoe.
it had water in the shoes, dude. Like
Like you could see the water,
yes, like in the little sole.
In the
like,
sole.
this
What?
part.
I've never seen
I
that.
never seen that.
Look
either.
it up on World Star, dude.
That's crazy as
and I don't
shit.
know if anybody else has those fucking shoes.
Doubt
man.
it. I know
And
that's
they were
that's
fucking
rich
they-
nigga
But he didn't.
Look,
Nobody
let's see how
talked
much
about
they
how
are.
much they cost, but it was crazy.
So look, last sale, people are reserving them. 13 grand, 10 grand, but look, these prices are still crazy.
6 figures,
yeah,
yeah.
that's sick.
Look,
yeah.
the five went down, so it went down to 123,000. But these are just the starting bids, so of
110,
course they're gonna
80.
keep going down.
Yeah.
You feel me?
They trying to see what they will pay for that shit.
Yeah.
Damn, yo,
That's nuts, dude.
like
120,
think
but
about
yo,
having money like that.
Yesterday, a few days ago, that size 5
30
was
grand
$100
on a
million.
shoe?
Look,
30
I'll
grand
show
on
you.
a shoe.
Them bitches, yeah, that's fucking.
But I mean,
Look, a couple days
on the
ago.
mill. Okay, so let me ask you: you cop a shoe like that, you wearing it?
What I would do, hopefully, if I had enough money to cop a shoe like that, I have
You
enough
would
money to
assume
cop
you'd
a whole
have-
bunch of them.
You'd probably have a collection.
So I have some throwaways, you know what I'm saying? I have some ones that I can just rock. Then I have some when I stock. and
Because
some
I
that
mean,
sell.
I mean, yeah, I would feel like that's like a veteran shoe right there in the sneaker game. So you paying bread.
Only
like
people
that.
you see with them shits on right now are like Travis Scott.
Because I mean, think okay, like
Celebrities.
let's say like let's say the little sneaker plug in high school, and he's flipping shoes like that because that is a career for some niggas, right?
Right.
So if
They're
that
cool,
was
though.
would you rock them like you flipping sneakers like that in high school? Would you rock them bitches in school to floss?
Hell no, because somebody probably try to kill my ass.
yeah,
not at.
I mean, to
not
cut you
there.
off. I
Somebody
found.
try to kill my
Farford,
ass.
not no Farford though.
I
Man,
found-
not I know that. People ain't gonna be hip like that.
C. Milton.
But people will be hip like that. They'll
C.
find
Milton,
out.
They got you at C. Milton?
People probably wouldn't be hip. I mean, they would only have to be hip to the resale prices if they're hip to that game.
Yeah.
I mean, they might see that as
They would-
high designer. Some
They
cool
would
ass
probably be
Jordans.
one of, like, did you have the ignorant kids in high school that would just, like, think it was funny to step on your sneaker? Like, you won't beat them the fuck up for stepping on your sneaker?
I never had somebody, but on a cruise ship before, I had somebody spill some fucking drink on my shit.
Yo, there was, like,
I had to get loud.
I've had, like, several experiences.
Yeah.
I had, like, several experiences when I went to North Hartford where, like, motherfuckers just thought it was, like, funny to just step on my new shoe. Like,
That's gonna get you beat up.
Like yo, like I won't beat you up. Like
Yeah.
what are you doing, yo? Like people thought that shit was like funny, and I'm like, cause I was like I literally bought them with my money. Like I worked and had a job. Like my mom didn't buy these, I bought these. So like,
Right.
why are you stepping on my shit, yo? You know what I'm saying? Like it offended me more because it's like
That's
this not even
disrespectful,
yours,
yeah.
bro. Like I paid for these, bro. Like your mom's probably bought your shit. I paid for these. What are you doing, yo?
Right.
Weird.
That's some disrespectful shit.
These are the shoes I was talking about. They're Air Max 97s.
Oh, they're on StockX?
And all right, so that's where the water is. But read the description.
Hold up, is that somebody? Is he just fucking around?
No, it's
Well, he
it's
said Drake was
real.
wearing 'em.
It's real, dude. Like it was on.
That's on
World Star.
StockX. I don't think
it was
it would be
on
on
World
there.
Star. Drake was wearing them, dude. Like, and as far as I know, he's the only nigga that
There's
got
some,
them.
they're 90s. They're some 97s. Oh yeah, I see where. Yeah, that's fucking sick, bro.
Crazy shit.
I can't really see where there's water.
But like,
bro.
I want to know how they.
Nah, the water is in the soul.
It's in between, like where
Like,
the
do
glue
you
is.
see? You see where that is? Like,
Yeah, that's
I
water
guess
in
they
it.
put water in.
I want to
the
know.
spaces.
I want to know like how do
They're
you, how do you
reselling-
know that's the real water? Like that's not Aquafina out the bottom.
You know, that's a good question. You
You know what
don't
I'm saying?
know.
Like who
Water
certifies
from
that
Jordan.
process?
Like,
Yeah,
don't
but you
know.
can't. It's in the shoe, nigga. What you gonna pull it out? Oh, this tastes like Deer Park. Like, what you?
Yeah,
How
I
you
mean,
gonna
would
know?
never. You wouldn't. You're right. You wouldn't
Yeah,
know that.
they
but
call them the Jesus shoes.
It's
You
funny.
wouldn't know that.
Walk on
but-
water. You walking on water.
Crazy. I'm about to look them shit
That's
up.
all. You about to cop?
No, just want to look them up and see.
That
how
is
much
a
they
dope
price.
concept because they're Jesus shoes and you walking on water though.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, but to your point, you're right. You don't know. You know what I'm saying? You just, I would think that shit is real.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like,
probably.
Drake was rocking them.
It's only 60 cc. It's not like a crazy amount. It's not like it's a bottle of water worth amount. Like,
Right.
So
it's a
look
small
at the
measurement
size
shit.
description, like the size and price. So like if you wanted an 8, it's $1,425 for an 8 right now for that shoe. If you wanted, if you're a size 11, it's $1,398.
Wow.
Size 9.5 is $1,500. Size 13 is $5,500.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Nah.
So you could have the same shoe, different size, but
Way more expensive.
you know what I mean? Like,
And niggas gonna have to show proof that niggas actually going to the River Jordan.
Well, we ain't talking about shit else.
right.
If you want to close it out, because
You want to wrap it up?
Yeah, I know you got stuff to do.
So I mean, yeah, to this week, had a just like little slight episode, kind of just recapping what we've been doing.
Appreciate the
past
feedback
weeks,
and send more
definitely.
feedback.
Yeah, appreciate the feedback. Next week we're gonna have a real special guest, man.
Yeah, we gonna have some dope individuals here.
We're gonna have some dope individuals, man. So stay tuned.
Definitely stay tuned for that.
Keep like Sean said, keep subscribing. Producers sending your beats, connect, let's link, let's network. You feel me?
I just show
So
you over
what's
there.
up,
Looking like you crazy, nigga. No, I just want to save this for the
Network,
camera.
you know what I'm saying? Like, and I feel like I'm about to hop into bed, but
You still going out?
yeah, I'm gonna hop out. I'm hungry too. But yeah, until next time, folks. Thanks for tuning in.
All right, y'all. We'll catch y'all next week.
We
man.
out.